Previously on the starting lineup.
I come up there and I'm standing next to him. And we do not do this very often at all, where we fish off the front deck together. And I jokingly say to him, just don't hit me in the head. And on the very next cast, he baptizes me with a red lipless crankbait, cracks me right on the top of the head.
Oh.
Daddy's all frustrated about his reel. I'm like standing there. It's stuck to my head.
Yeah.
He's like, it's all stuck in your hat. I'm like, well, I think that it's stuck in my head. He's like, no, it's not. It looks like it's just in your hat. And so I like loosen up my hat and it's stuck
attached,
in my head.
yeah.
And I'm like, nope, it's stuck in my head. And I also am a fainter. I faint when I give blood. I'm not embarrassed about it. It's just one of those things where it just happens. So he's been pulling on this for like 5 minutes. Finally, I feel the clip, and all of a sudden, the last thing I remember is my lips going cold. I'm like, this is not good. And so my brain's just like, nope, we're not doing this, and I pass out. And
on the lake.
On the lake, in the boat. Now, thankfully, he was standing on the deck. I'm standing down in like the center of the boat. So I didn't like fall dramatically, and I kind of just like powered down and slumped down. Now my father thought that I like tripped and I was going to fall into the lake. So he grabs me by my collar, and when I come to, I'm sitting in his seat, in the driver's seat, essentially. He thought I was going to fall into the lake. But it was basically like Windows, like a Windows computer shutting down, just like boom. So now here's the thing, though. Now I've got the hat is off. Now I've got a hook sticking out of my head, and he's like, "Well, you think we can get it out?" He's pulling on it a little bit. Now he's afraid because he thinks I'm gonna pass out again. I'm like, "No, I'm fine now. I'm fine now. I'm playing with it. I'm pushing on it. I'm like, well, maybe I just need to push it back through." Because the hook is so sharp, it'll pop right out. So I'm pushing on it, and I can't get it to go through my skin. So anyway, he's like, we just need to take you to fast pace. I'm like, no, that's stupid. We can get this out. It's probably not even in that deep. Like, this is ridiculous. We stop at a fast pace type of place. We walk in the door, and we tell the lady that I've got a hook sticking out of my head, and she's like, what? So now they've got to see it. All the girls are like coming out. They're all like, they all want to see the hook that's sticking out of this dude's head. And so one of the ladies asks him, she's like, well, what kind of a hook was it? And my father, this is the best part, my father goes into a full breakdown of, it was like a red lipless crankbait. It's like flat-sided on either side, cuts down on the wobble so that, this time of year. And he starts going into a full tackle warehouse presentation about the product, about what we're trying to catch him on. And I stop and I turn to him and I said, listen, this is not like a Strike King commercial right now, okay? She's not asking you what we're catching them on. She's asking you what kind of metal the hook is made of, like what kind of hook we're dealing with. And he's like, oh, okay.
Oh, my gosh.
So now the provider comes out, and she kind of sees it through the window, and you could tell they didn't want anything to do with this. And they didn't even look at it, really. They just looked at it from a distance. And she goes, well, here's what I could do. I can clean it up, but I can't really do anything for you. I don't have the right tools. I literally said this to her. I said, you don't need any tools. I said, we got the pliers in the boat. We just need somebody who knows what they're doing.
Yeah.
I'll go get the pliers. You pull it out of my head. I said, don't worry about it. I said, I turned to my father. I said, listen, we'll just go back to the hotel. Once I can sit down somewhere, you can get a good look at it. We'll get it in good light. Remember, the only time we'd try to pull this thing out was in failing light on the boat ramp, basically, and on the back of the boat. And I'm standing there looking at it with my back turned, and a guy comes walking up, and he sees the boat, and he goes, oh, man, that looks like a blast. So I whip around, hook sticking out of my head.
Like an
And I go, yeah, it can be. And he just looks at me wide-eyed and keeps on going. So
like a fishing themed serial killer with a hook out of your head or something, dog.
I did. I felt like Freddy Krueger or something. So anyway,
It's so stupid that it's gotten to this point.
yeah, I'm pretty sure that he went inside and was telling people that there's some lunatic standing outside with a hook hanging out of his head. We get into the hotel room. I sit down on the toilet seat, and he comes over with the pliers, the fishing pliers, and
For your medical procedure.
for my medical procedure. And I'm like, listen, I looked at the lure. I'm fairly certain we can just pull, like work it out. We can pull it past the barb. You know, we unhook fish all the time. You can unhook my head. So he does. I mean, he at first he's pulling on it, it won't come out. Finally, he gives it like a hard tug. The first time he tugged, it did not come out. I mean, and he jerked.
Oh no! In your whole head.
And I just go, ow. Yeah, and my whole head like jerked back. And I'm like, ow. So then he does it again and it pops out.
Yeah.
So I'm good to go. I turn him. He goes, all right, let's go get dinner. So we're out the door.
Tune in to the starting lineup every weekday morning on ESPN Radio Winchester.